our solar cooker from solar-cook.com or solar cookers at cantinawest.com. Same place. What I have here is a cover over it because when you take this off, it becomes a very hot cooking panel. This cover is available at their website for an additional charge, and I would suggest getting it because if you leave this thing outside and it's around anything else that it could damage, you might be liable for a lot of money if it's not covered. So what you're looking at here is the solar cooker. All of these reflective panels here help focus the rays of the sun onto whatever you have sitting on this arm. The arm has a device that goes right into here to hold a pan or a pot, just like a burner. And this knob here keeps it locked into place. Alright, so what happens when you take this out into the sun, you have to get it angled so that it focuses the beam of light under here, which then in turn gets very hot and heats up your pan for cooking.
Kind of like an anthill and a magnifying glass, little girl?
Yes, just like that. It is extremely hot and extremely dangerous, so please do not let your kids use this. You need to have adult supervision at all times, and adults, don't be stupid when you're using this. Now when you get this out into the sun, there is an adjuster on the back. This crank right here helps you adjust the tilt for whatever time of day it is, so that you're getting the most sun focused right onto your burner. When I turn this, I'm actually adjusting the axis so that I can focus my ray of light. I'm trying to keep this out of the sun right now, but when it's in the sun, as you can see, my beam of light is right here, and that's very, very hot just by sticking my hand under there. Okay, I just moved this into the sun, and as you can see, it's already starting to smoke a little bit right where the beam of light is. So I'm going to go ahead and put my pan on there and then adjust my light beam so that it's on the bottom of the pan. You do have to continually adjust it as you're cooking because the sun moves across the sky. And it's already sizzling. The pan is already sizzling right now with just a little bit of the seasoning grease inside the iron skillet there. Always use your hot mitts when you're working with this. It is extremely hot already. Now it took Poison Stinger less than 30 seconds to readjust the frame on the camera, and you can already see how hot this pan has already gotten. I'm going to go ahead and throw some burgers on here. And this is solar cooking at its finest. It already smells wonderful. Now one thing that I noticed about this is that it tends to get a hot spot, like one spot in the middle of the pan or wherever your focal point is. Like it's really, 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 really hot. So you do need to keep an eye on that and make sure that you're adjusting your pan or whatever's inside your pan so it doesn't burn in that one spot. Right now that focal point is directly in the middle of the pan. what can I say about the solar cooker? This particular one, the panels are made out of some kind of maybe an aluminum or something like that, and then there's actually like a mylar, shiny mylar stickers on here that provide the reflective area. Now, I do know that maybe there are other solar cookers out there that are made out of polished aluminum or something like that, but these are actually stickers, and as you can see, there are some bubbled areas, but it doesn't seem to affect the way that it works. This particular solar cooker costs $200. That includes the cover. Without the cover, it was $180. Now, as you can see right there, we've got a hot spot over in this area, so this burger got a little burnt in that one spot there. This is just something that you learn as you cook on it, how to move things around, and make sure that you're very attentive so that you don't burn anything. Do is move this one. Now that spot right there, that's where it got white hot. That's the hottest point on the pan. A word of caution to everyone out there. Yes, you can use any pan you want on here. However, I would not recommend that. I would recommend using cast iron only. The reason for that is because I did attempt to use one of those cheap wherever pans on here as my first attempt, and I was merely boiling water and I could smell plastic burning. It was literally melting the handle on the pot. So it would be my recommendation to use cast iron or something that you could essentially stick in a fire or in an oven without worry about it becoming ruined. Well, right now I've just been rearranging because, as you can see here, I got some char on the other side of this burger, and the others still aren't cooked very well, so this is where you kind of have to learn from experience and just keep moving whatever you're cooking around to make sure that it gets cooked correctly and all the way through. So I moved this other one that wasn't done so much over to the hotter point on the pan so that it'll get cooked. Of course, some people like a little char on their burger, so if that's the case, then I'd move it right over that hot spot and make sure you got a nice char going on right there. See how that burned it real good right there? Do that on the other side too. See the juices coming out of it as it's cooking in the middle. Char on that side of that one. I keep rotating them because there is that one focal point, and so each part of the pan is a little hotter or a little cooler than another part. So at this moment, this area right here is the hottest part, and this area here is like a medium high. This is a high and this is the low. So in order to make sure that everything's getting cooked properly, I'm having to rotate it around so that everything gets an equal opportunity to cook at the right temperature. Because as we all know, we want to make sure that our meat is cooked properly and thoroughly. And you can, of course, move your pan around as well, but the actual solar cooker, it's kind of wobbly, and it makes me nervous to move the pan around too much because it's hot and it's big and it's a cast iron skillet, and I'm afraid I'm going to drop it and burn myself. So I'd rather move the food around than move the pan around too much. Burgers are almost done. You do not need to live in a hot place in order to use this. You just need to live in a place that has sun. Now, if it's an overcast day and there's clouds blocking the sun, you're not going to get a good enough beam to cook like this. But it could be the middle of winter in Antarctica. As long as it's a clear, sunny sky, it doesn't matter how cold it is, you can cook on a solar cooker. That's how you cook burgers on a solar cooker. You just keep rotating them until everything is cooked, and our burgers are ready to eat. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up.
Talk to you later.